Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thanks so much to the sponsors that make these conversations possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. In the studio now, we have Bruce Blanchin, Director of the Christian County YMCA. How are you today, Mr. Blanchin?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Doing good. Glad to be here.
Really glad to have you in here because I've been reading some big news about the Christian County YMCA. It's been putting a smile on my face. The capital campaign. This is big.
It is big. It's really big for us. You know, at our kickoff celebration, I kind of shared that there's been 3 really big monumental events in the Y. And in 79, they had a capital campaign to build the Y. In 2000, we had a capital campaign. Actually, in 99, it started to have a capital campaign to add the Family Aquatic Center and the Wellness Center. And in 2023, we started the capital campaign to kind of new HVAC in the pool and wellness center, but the new activity center, the flooring, the standards, the bleachers, and new wellness center equipment is going to be pretty awesome.
Wow. It's just a total overhaul over there at the Christian County YMCA. And we were kind of talking, it sounded like it was catalyzed by the HVAC system, and then things kind of just moved from there.
Yeah. When I started in October of 21, you go out in the pool and you could just feel it. The air was pretty heavy. You see rust on the purlins, in the center of the pool area, and we just knew, we're like, okay, that's over 20 years old. They say these units only last 20 years. So ever since then, we've been really focusing hard and looking at a capital campaign, and so we organized a steering committee, got some great folks together to organize and coordinate a feasibility study. And we put that together, and then we went out and asked some community stakeholders and community leaders and just key community folks that, what they thought about it. Ask them some questions about, is it time? Would you support the capital campaign at the YMCA? And asked them a lot of questions, and it was almost an overwhelming response that they all said yes. And there was a few that were somewhat concerned about the amount of money that we could raise, but really there was everyone thought it was important. Everyone thought that, the YMCA is a pillar in the community, has been for years. We've been around for 44 years. And I think, I always say, hey, we want to be around for 44 more. So we have to make improvements. Generally, the YMCA of the USA says that every 5 to 10 years you should have a capital campaign. And but it's not so easy. There's a lot of organization that goes into it, a lot of time and effort, and you have to set a goal that is attainable and manageable. And I think we've done that. We had a goal in the beginning of 1.765 million. And throughout some of our research with some key community leaders, key board members, building and grounds committee members, we were able to cut that by about 300,000. And that really helped. I mean, so our goal currently is 1.465 million. And we've raised a little over $936,000. So either pledged and or raised. So it's a 5-year. Many people, they'll contribute funds over 5 years. They'll spread it out over 5 years. And some folks just do a one-time donation. Some folks, maybe it's in a couple of years, but whatever however we could set it up to try to arrange it best for people with making a contribution to the capital campaign. That's what we wanted to do. But by saving the money, it was all in the HVAC system. We were going to hire an engineer, and they were going to guide us through the whole process. And it was a lengthy process. And instead of doing that, we contacted Henson Robinson, Adam Vokes, George Yard, Rick Champley, and some other key folks kind of said, hey, Bruce, let's try to maybe make a few phone calls. So we communicated with John Turnus at Henson Robinson, and the rest is kind of history. We realized that if we go through them and they pretty much get the specs on the old unit, and we spec out a new unit, you save quite a bit of money. So that was very fortunate for the Y.
Yeah.
It really was, and that's big. So it enables us to really address all of our needs, and hopefully, I mean, I say hopefully, but I know we're gonna get that goal. We're gonna meet it, and the where we're at right now is the hardest part of the campaign, but there's a lot of really giving people in this community and in Christian County, and we're a Christian County YMCA, and we're trying to serve everyone in the county. So we hope that each community in Christian County is giving and thinking of the Y and has us in their plans.
Yeah. It's amazing to hear about the huge savings you've made and moving you even closer to your goal. You're well on your way to the goal right there. So not asking as much of the community as it would have been there. And
Sure.
we talked a little bit earlier that you've certainly gotten the mileage out of the equipment and the systems there at the YMCA.
We really have. I'll tell you, when they say you get 20 years out of an HVAC unit, so the wellness center and the natatorium or the family aquatic center, they're both,
Right there.
what we finished the family aquatic center first, and it was finished, I believe it was late spring of 21, and then the wellness center was in the fall.
Cool.
And so those units, they're well over their lifespan, and you can tell by being in the room and seeing some of the purlins in both those rooms. They're rusted, and so we want to address that. We want to try to make sure that we correct that throughout this process.
Sure. So let's talk a little bit about what the public can be expecting from the updates coming to the Christian County YMCA, kind of starting with this athletic center. I'm seeing a nice blueprint right here for a plan.
Yeah, no doubt. So we're going to replace all our cardio pieces and replace all of our free weights and free weight equipment. So through the last two auctions, our annual auction, we were able to raise enough funds we're going to pull the carpet in the center of the wellness center, and we're going to replace that with rubber flooring.
Cool.
So hopefully we'll kind of tie it all together, and sometime before we hit winter, we'll have it completed.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
So the free weights, I mean, that's a huge undertaking, cardio equipment right there. And again, it's another piece of the YMCA it's been used, it's been loved for the past years, and it's time.
Oh, most definitely. And I think probably about every 8 to 10 years, we would try to replace fitness equipment and replace some free weight equipment. I will say our free weight equipment, it seems like what we would do is just add pieces to it.
Yeah.
We would keep it because it was like almost indestructible. But that's a nice thing. I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy seeing an upgrade there.
Yeah, without a doubt. When it comes to the aquatic center, not just the new HVAC system, it's going to be some better air quality in there, of course, but there's also some additives there.
Yeah, we're going to get a new ADA lift. We're looking at addressing the rust remediation in the room, in the pool area, and then adding a fan to help with circulation, exterior exhaust fan, working on our small interactive slide feature. Got a few things that we have to address there, and then hopefully we'll be right back in business, and it'll be. I mean, I know people will feel so much different when they walk in the room. So it'll really help. It'll really help our users.
Already just such a great thing for the community to be able to utilize, but now it's just going to be improving, and it's so awesome. In our last couple of minutes here, just talk to me a little bit about, completely escaped my mind. We're talking about updates from the pool. Yeah, the timeline. It feels early and there's so many things to happen, but what does the public need to know about timeline?
Well, we were fortunate that we ordered the HVAC unit for the wellness center and the pool already.
Great.
And the great thing is there was no money up front. We could order the unit, and you pay for that once it's installed. And our wellness center unit will be installed hopefully in April. Okay. Should arrive and hopefully get installed in April. And the pools should arrive the middle to the end of July, and about the second week of August will be, hopefully, if everything flows the way it should. They're fabricating the unit right now. It's a 640 ton unit, so it's a monster. Yeah. So, but yeah, hopefully that'll all work out well, and we'll, we'll hit the ground running this fall, and hopefully before we get to too cold of weather, we'll have everything completed.
Amazing. And we always take it with a grain of salt. You never know what's going to come up when during the construction process there. So yeah, we're going to be giving you our best of luck here. We're fighting for you guys with this capital campaign with the Christian County YMCA. Such a great initiative here. Just big updates coming to the Christian County YMCA. We're learning about it with Bruce Blanchin, Executive Director of the Christian County YMCA. We're going to talk more about this capital campaign when we come back. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. We'll be right back here on WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Join me, Kirby Kasner, every Monday morning from 8:40 till 10 a.m. on the new WTIM Morning Show, live from the lobby of People's Bank and Trust in Pana. Tune in on all of WTIM's platforms for the new WTIM Morning Show from Pana, Mondays from 8:40 till 10 a.m.
Brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, Whiskey Bill Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Today I'm talking with Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth at National Pork Board, about how your pork checkoff dollars are working to bring more U.S. pork to tables around the world. Dr. Newman, the pork checkoff has been working to expand markets here at home. What exactly does that mean for pork producers?
Right now, in this challenging market that we're in, our goal is driving demand, both domestically and internationally. We're building one-on-one relationships with several different pieces of the marketing aspect of pork, retailers, food service operators, and we're also working a lot with C-stores. So making sure that we're playing in all the areas where consumers are shopping. Using checkoff funds to do that keeps pork top of mind with relevant consumers.
Thanks again, David, for talking with us today about how the pork checkoff is building a bigger appetite for U.S. pork. You can find out more information at porkcheckoff.org/radio.
Here's another lifestyle medicine message from Dr. Pavi Gill at Springfield Clinic, Taylorville.
Our dedicated nurse practitioners, Kate Servey, Brenda Heeman, and physician's assistant, Megan Steele, offer a personal touch to your healthcare experience as part of our lifestyle medicine practice. They provide compassionate care to our patients every day.
Book your lifestyle medicine appointment with Dr. Gill by calling Springfield Clinic, Taylorville, and improve your quality of life.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is Jenny Turvey, manager of Rolling Meadows Senior Living in Taylorville. To learn more about our apartments, click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Jansen's Heating and Air is the home of Dr. Comfort, focusing on customer care for heating and air conditioning across Central Illinois for some 35 years. Find out their services, specials, and coupons by clicking their icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Before we continue this great conversation with Bruce Blanchin, let's thank the sponsors that make it possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. Bruce Blanchin is the Executive Director of the Christian County YMCA. We've been talking about the capital campaign. We've been learning the ins and outs of this, how it's become possible. We're going to talk a little bit about more what the public can expect upon the arrival of these updates. It's going to be awesome. Talking about the athletic center right now and the gym floor. I hear about guys out there running 1v1s, maybe 5v5s. That's a floor that's gotten some use.
Oh yeah. So, there's been, when I worked here from 91 to 03, Tim, we played basketball on it Monday through Friday, every day. And if we didn't play basketball, we were always doing something, but there's always a group of young adults or kids that are out at the Y almost every day playing basketball. Many folks who walk in our gym, which the new athletic center, it's going to be really nice. That floor has about maybe about a fourth of an inch of padding underneath it, and they'll prep the floor, they'll remove all the paint, they'll level it out, and they'll just glue it right down. And it has a 15-year warranty. And so we're excited. I mean, this is going to be it's going to be a big thing for the Y. For 44 years, we've had a concrete gym floor.
Wow.
And I think that there's been some programs that might have started at the Y, or kind of like they were going to, but then I don't know, that gym floor, that's pretty hard. And so we'll have 2 84 by 50 basketball courts. We'll have 2 30 by 60 volleyball courts. We'll have 4 small basketball courts like we have right now for our youth basketball program, and then 4 pickleball courts. And then we'll have 3 sets of pull-out or roll-out bleachers. One will be permanently affixed to the wall. The other 2 on the east side, it'll be permanently affixed. On the west wall, they will be against the wall, but we can't permanently affix them just because it's a metal building and kind of hard to do. But they'll serve a great need, because right now we have no bleachers out there. And then we're going to have 6 to 8 of the small portable bleachers that they are 3 rows each. They seat 15 people, and you can move them through a standard door. You can put them in an elevator. You can do whatever you want with them. Really easy to move. One person can do it really quickly. So we're looking at adding all of that. And then I think the big thing is we're getting all of our standards, basketball standards, off of the ground. And I think the only thing that we'll probably have sleeves for is probably volleyball, because we will adjust those courts. We'll pull open the sleeve, floor sleeve, and then we'll put the pole in, we'll set up the net. But our basketball courts, all of our basketball standards will come down from the ceiling. We'll have a center, kind of like a partition, a wall that'll separate both courts in case we were to offer a camp or a clinic where we had both courts going, both the 84 by 50 basketball courts. And so it's going to be really cool. It's going to really be different. And really for the Y, it's going to be a big step forward, because we're going to be able to serve so many more people. People will really enjoy walking on it. With the bleachers, when they pull out and roll out, well, they'll come out about 9 to 10 feet, but you'll be able to push them back, and they'll only be about 2.5 feet from the wall. So you won't even really notice that they're there. You'll still be able to do, make 11 laps as a mile. So it's going to be really cool. So it's going to be a big deal for the Y.
I love how many sport courts you can fit inside of the basketball court, with volleyball and pickleball, and you have all the lines set up. That's so awesome. So much opportunity for the community out there to get involved. You've had numbers in membership have risen as so many people travel to the Christian County YMCA. Great services provided there. We're in our last 2 minutes here. Just talk to me a little bit about being that hub of healthy living, and where people can come to you guys for just a myriad of experiences.
You know what? It's really cool that you say that, because I think the one thing I've always prided the Y on is we're not just a youth sports organization. We're not just an aquatic center. We're not just a wellness center. We serve everybody, and of all ages, people of all ages. So there's about 8 fitness classes in the mornings and in the evenings, and in land and water that we serve several people. They'll come in and participate. There's youth sports that we serve kids. There's our child care programs, before and after school, summer day camp. And then, some of the classes, I think it's a big socialization time for people. And and then just people who come in and walk, and they like to just communicate and walk with a friend or a family member, or those folks who just want to come in and hit the wellness center real quick and then head back to work. So, I mean, we do, I've always prided that the Y is here for everybody, and we really are, Tim.
That is really awesome. And anyone that's hearing about this capital campaign, they want to get involved, they have questions, where can they go?
You know what? Just give us a call, 217-287-7271, and/or get online and look at our website. They can scan the QR code, make a contribution. It'd be great. And we just encourage everyone to help us make a difference.
Making it easy on them there, and a great cause here with the Christian County YMCA. Bruce, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Tim.
Absolutely. That was Bruce Blanchard, Executive Director of the Christian County YMCA. We were talking about the capital campaign today. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you all for listening.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 WTIM.